Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and I wanted to talk about a game that honestly scared the living heck out of me back when I was a kid, and still is probably my biggest feared villain in video game history to this day. And that is Sinistar. I'm playing it on MAME here, and I wanted to talk about it for a very specific reason, not just to enjoy a bit of gameplay, but also I have always found any emulation of Sinistar a little off. And the reason for that is that the original cabinet had what was called a 49-in-1 position joystick. Now we're all used to regular 4-direction or 8-direction joysticks, or 16 if it can be that complicated. But a 49-in-1 sounds crazy when you just consider, though, imagine a joystick with a center and can go up, down, left, right, and into the corners. That's fine. But then with another layer of that around it again. That's what a 49-in-1 position joystick is. And essentially what that meant is that in Sinistar, you're not just going left, right, up and down, flying around, shooting stuff. The more you pull on the joystick, the faster you'll go. And most emulation just doesn't have that as part of its makeup. It doesn't know that that's the case. I did recently find a version, though, on a console that you'd be surprised about, that is actually, it feels very close to me. So I just wanted to very briefly touch on Sinistar. Now this is the arcade original here, and I'll just try and play one game of it using my regular 8-way standard digital joystick that's part of my main cabinet. Even starting it up scares me. Alright, let's have a go here. So what I'm doing is I'm flying around asteroid style and blowing up the rocks, trying to keep these red workers away from me so that I can collect little crystals that are in these rocks. See them there? Those little star things there? I want to collect a whole bunch of them because eventually Sinistar will be built, and I need these to destroy him. I also want to get rid of those little cannons. There. I killed him, and so I was able to pick up, or try to pick up, that piece that he had. Well, it's gone. Alright, let's go mine some more out of these rocks. As mentioned, though, the workers are trying to build Sinistar. Darn it, I died. Oh, look how much of them they've already built. Yeah, the workers are taking those same pieces to build Sinistar, and if I don't get done here fast enough, and if I don't collect enough bombs that I can destroy him with when he arrives, I'm in a lot of trouble. Now it's quite playable at this stage of the game. It's not bad. The 8-position joystick I'm using is quite doable, but it's not the same as the original arcade machine, and I played it back. Where I live. Oh god, here he comes. I hate Sinistar. Here he comes. Okay. I need to destroy him, so basically he's going to chase after me and I need to drop those bombs behind me. I am Sinistar. Where I live. Okay, here he comes. He's on the radar. He's the big bright yellow thing. Let's see if we can make him show up. Well, apparently not. Okay, yeah, he still sends shivers down my spine every time I hear him coming. That is Sinistar. Now, this is playing on MAME, and there is actually another version that was originally supposed to come out for Sinistar. There was like a prototype version, and you can download it and play it in MAME. I'm going to fire that up here. I think from what I heard, it's a simpler or slightly easier version of Sinistar. And I think what happened is the makers of the game just decided, you know what, we're trying to cut that fine line between how many quarters are we going to get out of the kids, is basically it. So instead of going for the slightly better, slightly easier game that is the prototype, they went with this, which is much harder, and clearly I lost. So let me fire up the prototype. And so here it is. Here is the prototype version of Sinistar, or the slightly easier one. I hunger. looks identical. Those little guys are just as fast as always. Those turrets seem just as tough as the regular version. They come out about at the same time, and they're fast to turn around. And they got me.
Where I live, where I live.
And Sinistar lives already. Holy shoot. So I'm already in trouble. Well, for a prototype version, it's not that much easier. Well, here it comes! I hate Sinistar.
Where I live.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they say this is an easier version. It doesn't feel any easier. It seems about the same. But this, according to the places... According to the places I have been to... Get him. Oh, are you kidding me? I need one more piece. Oh, no, I'm in trouble. Well, if it's easier, I have nothing that feels... It doesn't feel any easier, that's for darn sure. Anyway, that's the prototype version. Now, again, both of these games are... they're very good, but they don't feel the same way they did in the arcade. It's a hard thing to describe. And again, I put it down to that 49 in one-way joystick. So, let me now switch to a version that I got for the GameCube that I think actually really works and feels just about right. And this is that game on the GameCube. This is the Midway Arcade Treasures. Now, I bought this a little while ago and was really, really impressed how this plays Sinistar. If you want to have a look at the box itself, it looks like this. Sorry about the bad price tags thing there. But yeah, this is a great collection of Midway games, and I really love Sinistar on this for one important reason. So they go with an unusual Egyptian theme for this game, not quite sure why, but anyway, here is Sinistar. And what really works well for this particular version of Sinistar is because the GameCube controller, here I'm using a Wavebird, because it has this analog thumbstick here, I find that there's just enough play as I'm pushing around that it feels like that 49-in-1 controller, at least the way it felt back in the day in the arcade. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I gotta say, using this thumbstick really feels good. Now, probably it's the same with the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 because these came out for those consoles as well. But I gotta say, this really feels very tight for control, and it feels as though as I go farther or faster in each direction, it's that 49-in-1 controller thing. The more I push, the faster my little spaceship moves. And it's just super zippy. Like, I can get around here, I can pick up these pieces a heck of a lot easier than with the main controller. It's the way to do it, and I just proved that by taking on Sinistar here. Look at me go here with all these. I'm just like knocking down these turrets, no problem at all. This is a much better way to play Sinistar, I think. Unless you've got the original game, I guess. But this is very precise. And here he comes, so let's get all of our bits. Okay, come on, Sinistar. Where is he? Well, there you go. Proof is in the pudding. Again, the GameCube controller, I think, I'm as I say, I'm sure it's just as good for PlayStation 2 as well as the original Xbox, because I know this Midway Treasures collection did come out for them. But I really find I have exactly the precision I need using this controller, and it's definitely the way to play a home version of Sinistar. Particularly, given how hard the game is, they decided to ramp up the difficulty. But yeah, I'm much preferring using this controller. So I just wanted to do a video about that, and I'm apparently losing all my lives really, really quick, so I don't think I'm going to last much longer. Alright, well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.
I am Sinistar.